Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. So I thought I would do a weekend reading vlog. One, because I don't have any other great ideas. And two, because I cannot stop talking about this book. So I am fairly close to the end. I only have this much left. But I thought I'd kind of bring you along with me as I finish it off this weekend, because Monday is Halloween and I need to finish this in October because there's rules in my own head that I have to follow. So then we also have some pumpkin carving to do. We have some soccer. We have some leaf cleaning up to do. It's gonna be a gorgeous weekend, and we'll just come together. We'll go through things together. I also have a stack of library books that I have hauled yesterday, because I have time for them. But I thought I would do a little try before you buy, because I haven't done that in a while. And every single one of these except for one has been on a list of mine lately. So we're gonna do a little try before you buy and see if there's any contenders in that list. I'll let you know. But main goal is to finish off this one. So this one is, this actually just got released September, maybe. I don't know. I pre-ordered it and I'm actually reading it in the same year I pre-ordered it. I mean, this is just unfounded. Thank you. So this follows 6 witches who are in their 80s. They live on Moonshine Manor, and they are in a bit of a pickle. They are potentially losing their house to foreclosure. So they're trying to get out of this situation. And along this way, we learn a little bit more about each of the witches, how they wound up there, kind of what their specialty is, their relationship with each other, which is phenomenal. Like, the sisterhood that these guys have is so phenomenal. And then you add in, let me make sure, am I gonna, yep. Then you add in Persephone, which is how I'm saying her name. I think it's right. She's like 15 and she's gonna help these ladies out, and she already has helped these ladies out. I have laughed so hard so many times already. The snarkiness is on point. They are giving me some feminist vibes, definitely, at this point. And they're just so funny. They're so funny. Yet there'll be like a hilarious line and then a really pretty serious quote. Like, I've been highlighting things quite a bit. I need to get my book darts out. Oh, I have some. Oh, here's one. Knowing a person's story doesn't mean you have the right to tell it, and sometimes the right to hear it has to be earned. I just thought that was good too. I don't know. It's just lots of really good things in this book. It is definitely different for Bianca Moraris, is I think how you say it. I've read How to Make God Laugh, and I read Home If You Don't Know the Words. I haven't read If You Want to Make God Laugh. So it's a little bit different, but totally seasonal and appropriate, and probably a group of my favorite characters so far ever. It's just fantastic. So we're gonna finish this. I have about 120-ish pages left. Should easily be able to do that over the weekend. It's short chapters. We've got some dual timelines going on here. I have some multiple perspectives. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. So, and then we'll do a little try chapter before November 1st starts, and I'm knee deep into Hostorathon, which I'm super excited about. So, yeah, we'll bring you with. So we're getting ready to go carve some pumpkins. So I'll show you what we come up with. We have huge pumpkins. Like, huge. Massive. I don't know how these guys are gonna do it, but I'll watch. Anyways, yeah, we'll bring you with you. So see you soon. Is that one yours, Macy? What is it?
It's a ghost.
A ghost?
But it kind of looks like a bird.
Kind of like a goat?
No, like a bird.
Oh. Okay, so we're hanging at Maya's house. We carved a bunch of pumpkins tonight, and which was super fun, right? Mm-hmm. You want to tell them what you carved?
I did the Hocus Pocus.
She did the Sanderson sisters, and I have my Come We Fly shirt on. But she is reading the second book in the 13 Witches, which I've never heard about. Who's it by? Jodi Lynn Anderson. Mm-hmm. So what's the 13 Witches about?
It's about this girl who, in the first book, her mom, like, this witch, the memory thief, she took all of her mom's memories, and so her mom doesn't remember her, and so, like, so then she eventually gets the sight where she can see ghosts, and and her friend gets it too, so then, like, they meet all these people, and then it helps her, and then they help her figure out, like, what happened to her mom, and she eventually gets her mom's memories back.
Ooh.
And then she eventually, at the end of the book, she finds out she has a twin brother that I forgot which witch took him, but a witch took him, and there's like 13 of them.
Wow.
And she just tried to defeat the memory thief in this one. Looking for a hat.
Pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Are they good?
Uh-huh.
Out of 5 stars, what would you give it?
4.
4 out of 5?
Yeah.
It's a pretty solid review. Also, check out her amazing books. So which ones have you read? How do you have it organized?
I don't really know.
That's fine. Looks gorgeous to me. You should read, have you read The One and Only Ivan?
Yeah.
Oh, so good. What book are you going to read next?
After I finish the second book in this one, I was maybe going to start, The Girl Who Drank
The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Oh, wait, Max just turned the lights off on us. The Girl Who Drank the Moon is a huge favorite with a bunch of my bookish friends, so.
I was either going to do that one, or I have, like the Connect Stars book.
Ooh, yeah.
Or one of these books. I have, no, I was going to read The Land of Stories.
Land of Stories, yes.
I read the first book. I want to try to finish that. That's what I'm going to do.
That's a good one, too.
And Harry Potter. I'm working on the 5th book right now.
Oh, I think the 4th one's my favorite.
I think the 3rd one's fine.
That one's good, too. Cool. Well, we're going to be left in the dark, apparently. So, we'll check in. Maybe we'll have Maya come back and tell you about... Oh, middle grade March, you could come and hang out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, check in with you later. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Coffee day. My animals are fighting in the background because that's what we do in the morning, apparently. So, yeah, last night was super fun. I should have taken a little more video, but I loved chatting to Maya about books. She is my spirit daughter. She just loves to read as much as I do. She has come over and borrowed a number of books, and I like to hear what she has to say. So that 13 Ghost one sounds interesting. I almost borrowed it off her shelf. I should have. Oh well. So today, let's see, we already went for a walk with the dog. It's a little crisp, but I mean gorgeous out. I love the fall. So it's beautiful outside. It's gonna be a good day, but I do have a number of other things to kind of get done today, as well as keep going on this thing. I think, let me see, I read a little bit last night. I have about 100 pages left, and I should be able to do that today and tomorrow. No problem. Still just loving this sisterhood. I can't speak to it enough. It's so fantastic. I am also, and I kind of forgot to even mention this, I'm also listening to Julia Whalen's book. Oh, what is it called again? And I can't think of what it's called. But I'm listening to that as I'm walking. I'm more than halfway through, almost 60% of the way through, so that wouldn't be bad to get done this weekend too. And then I'd have quite the pile. Looking over at what I've all read in October, 6, 7, that would make 9 books. That's crazy. But I'm totally cool with that. So, I need to make my meal plan. I don't know what to make this week. Feeling like tacos is a good choice. We haven't had those in a while. and something in the crock pot for tomorrow, because tomorrow I am on soccer duty with my oldest. So there's something I can throw in the crock pot in the morning. I'll think on that. I'll think of something. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit here now and drink some coffee and read me some books. Well, book. Oh, and I could do a try chapter. That can be my little sprint. What a productivity sprints, is that what they're called? I could do that in between. We got lots to do today, so we should just get started, right? Here we go. All right, I'll check in with you soon. All right, grocery store time. It is, I don't normally come on Saturdays. I'm feeling it's gonna be busy. We're just gonna be patient, we have time.
We did though.
We did, we found a good parking spot, so that's a good sign, right?
Yeah.
So, wish us luck. We found books. Which one did you find? What is it? Verona Comics?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm judging a book by its cover, it's cute. A lot of cookbooks, though. I don't know if we're gonna find anything. I have found good books here before. Loot tickets. Oh, I've seen this one before. Interesting. Usually this thing is empty, but this is pretty decent. Ooh, this one I think Riley would like.
Oh yeah, it's the
Yeah,
I've seen it before.
we'll see. All right. I got book mail. It's from Macmillan. I don't recall asking for anything. It's wrapped. What? It says it's just Macmillan. It says airmail, Par Avian. What is this? This is exciting. We'll open her up. If I can get the twine off, right? All right, come on. What? Oh, it's from Celadon. Oh my gosh. Okay, Beyond That, the Sea by Laura Spence Ash. A sweeping, tender-hearted love story. Two families living through World War II on opposite sides of the Atlantic Ocean, and the shy, irresistible young woman who will call them both her own. What? Well, this is appropriate for a store-thon. We have a blueberry muffins recipe. That's cute. Loving this. Enchanting story follows two families and the young woman who connects them over continents and across decades. Wow. Well, that's exciting. I love it when I get book mail. Oh, and we have some dual timelines here too. Starts in 1963, then goes back to the 1940s, and then up to the 50s, and then back up to the 60s and 70s. So that is so exciting. So thank you, Celadon. I love getting book mail, especially when it's packaged like this. This is awesome. And now I have blueberry muffin recipe. So, okay. I did read a little bit more of which is a Moonshine Manor, but I'm gonna go, I have to go get some stuff done outside right now. And keep going. Emily made bones. Yeah. Pretzels, marshmallows, and white chocolate, right?
Yep.
So, a little Halloween treat. But we're gonna continue on with our lovely day of fun.
I've been reading Mouse recently, and I'm almost
Oh yeah,
done.
she's reading Mouse. So, cool. All right, we'll check in later. All right, I got some good lighting going on here, but I am at the Target, picking up my order that I placed this morning for pickup. Oh, they're already here. Well, that was fast. Thought I'd have time to catch you up, which I will. So just don't you worry. Whew. Okay, so that was fast. That was probably like the fastest drop off I've had or pickup I've had in a long time. Usually I sit here and wait a little bit. But that's okay. So I thought I would catch up. I have, let's see, it's almost 5-ish. I have been working on book sleeves. I have 2 big stacks ready for me to sew. So that's pretty cool. I was hanging out outside and I actually watched 2020 because I'm obsessed with that show sometimes. And then I also did my first try-a chapter for my library book. So I read the first chapter of A Valiant Deceit. I think that's what it's called. It's giving me Dear Mrs. Bird vibes, like big time Dear Mrs. Bird vibes. And it I don't know, I'm trying to figure out what number in a series it is. I'm thinking it's the second book in a series because, I mean, you can tell. So part of me is like, well, do I just go to the first book? I feel like I need to give that a try. And traffic is insane right now. What is going on? So yeah, Dear Mrs. Bird vibes. Yeah, World War II, and I'm loving this whole concept of these homing pigeons. Again, because my mom had them when she was growing up. My grandpa worked with them, like during the war. So it's just kind of cool. So I may keep my eye out for the first one, or I might just look at the library and put it on hold. It's just, whoa, it's an interesting concept to me. Does anyone else's husband use their visor up here as a file cabinet, or just mine? This is not good. Okay, so that's where I'm at. But going to my parents' house now, we're gonna have dinner. I made a, we're gonna call it a TikTok recipe. I don't know if I want to admit that or not, but I found some good ones. I have tried one other one that was a huge hit, so I've tried the second one. It is, you put chicken breasts in a crock pot, and then you cover it with the Buffalo Wild Wings Parmesan garlic wing sauce, and then you put in a stick of cream cheese. I think it's 8 ounces, and then Parmesan cheese, and then you let it cook for I think it said 5 hours on low, 5 to 6 hours. It smells awesome. And then you make you cook, I don't know how much of rotini noodles. I'm not sure. I don't think I'll make the whole box. I think I'll try half the box and see how it is. So you shred up the chicken and you put in these cooked noodles and mix it all up. It's this Parmesan garlic chicken noodly gloriousness. So I'm taking that out there because I've been making it all day, even though my mom's making dinner. So not a good sight. But we're gonna give it a whirl. And this is where Lindsay's not great vlogging abilities come into play, because it is what it is. So there's my update. I'm hoping to really I have 70 pages left in Witches of Moonshine Manor, so I'm hoping to either finish or get to a part where I can just finish tomorrow morning. I'm so excited. And I think that's it. I don't know how long we're going to stay out here, but probably not too long. I think the rest of the family's on their way home. Riley she tied both of her games today, 0-0. How crazy is that? But one of them is a state premier, really good team, and another team was completely undefeated. So it's kind of a cool feeling. She did really well. But tomorrow you guys get to come with me to the games, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I will hopefully check in one more time tonight and let you know kind of how my reading's going. But that's where my update is for now. So I will see you soon. All right, let's talk about this sunset for just a moment. This is not the most beautiful thing. I know my camera like has this dot. I don't know. I think it's the lens or something, but don't worry, I'm not being haunted. So it's just my sister and I. One of the two sisters I have.
I don't know.
Wow, look at how red my hair looks.
It does, looks gorgeous.
I did just get it colored. Just avoiding our family actually right now in the backyard as they're setting the table for dinner. So if we time it right, we'll just go inside when it's time to eat. So I brought my TikTok recipe that I was telling you guys about with the Parmesan garlic Buffalo Wild Wing sauce or whatever. My mom made a recipe she found on Facebook. Something with potatoes and ham and cheese. I don't know. We'll give you a review. We'll let you know. Uh-oh, we're being found. We gotta go. Whoa!
In the woods.
Yeah, no kidding.
Landon, did you have M&Ms?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You didn't melt?
How many M&Ms did you have?
Tell me. 10.
4. Good morning. It's Sunday. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Skylar and I are out for a walk on our favorite trail. Which has all these really nice benches. So change of plans for today. We are not going to go to any sort of soccer game. Riley hurt her foot yesterday and it's pretty sore today. Like, doesn't even want to get out of her bed. So there's no way she's gonna run on it. So we're gonna stay home, which is gonna give me plenty of time. Oh my gosh, my glasses are steaming up. Give me plenty of time to finish Witches of Moonshine Manor, to keep going on my try-chapter one, since I've only read one so far. I gotta do one when I get home. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. What's going on? And then I'm sure I'm gonna have to help with leaves now. I was hoping to avoid that, but I don't think that's gonna be possible now. So, yeah, not quite the day we had planned, but she needs to rest it. So Skylar and I, there she is. She's like, let's go. We're just walking on our trail, the usual one we do. We're gonna go that way. I'm listening to Thank You for Listening by Julia Whalen. It's fine, like nothing earth-shattering, but it's a good book to listen to. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm probably 60% through. But it's a beautiful morning, gorgeous, so we're gonna have a good day. So yeah, all right, I'll talk back in a little bit. Okay, so update of the day. It's been gorgeous. We have taken care of all of our yard work outside, so that's all ready to go. I have been working on book sleeves like crazy. I don't have much left to do, and I finished The Witches of Moonshine Manor, which I loved. Loved. It's snarky. There are some feminist vibes to it, but it didn't bother me. But it was just about this sisterhood of witches and what you do for family. So I really liked it. I still have to do the try-chapters of my other library books, which I should have time for later, but I'm gonna finish working on my book sleeves at the moment. The family's inside watching the movie Enola Holmes. It's on Netflix, but there's also a book series, and so Emily has 1 or 2 of them. So I might do this for just a little bit and then go watch the movie with them, because it is a really cute movie. But yeah, it's been a pretty awesome weekend. Like, I will take this weather anytime. So yeah, I think that's all. I'll give you an update on my try-chapters and see where we go from here. So Historathon is like right around the corner, so I'm excited for that. But I'll check in with you soon. Okay, so we have approached Sunday night. We went out and we had some chicken for dinner, which was really good, but we have the Packer game on right now, which is not really good at all. So I read the beginning of Booth by Karen Joy Fowler, and I think I'm obsessed. So this follows the Booth family, like John Wilkes Booth, who shot Lincoln. So it begins in 1822 as they move into a cabin, and kind of goes through that family up until we get to John Wilkes Booth. I'm really bummed because look at the copy of this library copy is so damaged. I'll have to point that out when I take it back. But so far so good. I'm really liking the way it's being told. There are multiple perspectives. It has little anecdotes in here about what was happening like within the news and in the country at the time. It talks about the grandfather that came over. So it would be John Wilkes Booth's grandfather. And he sounds like an interesting fellow. So yeah, it sounds good. It's a chunker though, but it sounds really good so far. So I don't know, 1 for 2, because the other one, I don't know. I have to try the first book in that series. I don't even know where it is. I think it's on the other couch. But I have 3 other books left and a not so great football game to watch. So we'll see how far I get. Otherwise, if I don't check in with you the rest of the tonight, I will definitely check in tomorrow and give you an update on which books I like and how far I've gotten, and wrap it up. So I think that's about it. We have a kitty on the couch. Yeah. Anyways, we'll keep going. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Halloween. It's a good morning. It's a good morning. I don't know. I really like Halloween. I know it's not quite for everybody, but I thoroughly enjoy it. Big fuzzball on my arm. Okay, so kids are at school, workout's done. I'm just about to go start my work day. I'm actually slightly late. Good thing my commute is literally down the stairs. Okay, so I did get a chapter of 4 Treasures of the Sky read by Jenny. So this follows our main character. I think her name is Dayu. And she, it starts in the late 1800s in China, and she is in the middle of a fish market. She's starving. She is, I don't know if she's homeless, but she's considering stealing some fish and ends up taking a little too long, and people figure out what she's doing, and this kind of had this mob mentality around punishing her, and then this strange man comes up and basically is like, no, you're my nephew, because she kind of looks like a boy. And so he takes her away and kind of saves her, and so she trusts him, and it sounds like he ends up kidnapping her and sending her to America. And so then it really just follows her struggle as this kidnapped Chinese immigrant in the United States, what she does to survive. I believe she ends up in San Francisco to start with, and follows that story. So really excited. I'm really liking the writing. I liked it, like it just drew you in, and I already really like our main character. And Krista said this book was absolutely amazing. So this might be a contender that I could keep around. Historathon starts tomorrow. I don't know if I could replace this one with any of the other ones I already have picked. I don't know. I made a TBR, but I don't know if I'll really follow it. But this is definitely one, this is one I'm going to be on the lookout for. So then I have 2 more books left to do a try chapter. I am going to start the group read for Historathon today. This is The Lost Girls of Willowbrook by Ella Marie Wiseman. So we have, it follows this Willowbrook school. What is it called? I don't know what it's called. But it follows identical twin sisters. One of them believes the other one passed away and learns later in life that she didn't, and she was sent to this Willowbrook State School. And she goes to try to find her and finds out that she's actually missing from that school, and so she goes to the school, and I'm assuming because she's an identical twin, they think she is her sister. So we'll see how that goes. Timeline, I don't know. Ella Marie Wiseman usually does dual timelines, but I'm not seeing anything in here. So I don't exactly know when this is taking place. Oh, 70s. Which could, I mean, that's 50 years ago. If you think about in the 90s, 50 years before that was the 40s. So I don't know. Is it historical fiction? It's historical. It's 50 years ago. I'm counting it, but I don't know. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Anyways, I'm going to start this today, read the other 2 chapters, and then I need to work on book sleeves. I have all of my Christmas ones prepped. There's some super cute ones, but I want to get them up and available sooner than later. I have no idea. Anyways, I got to get to work. I'll check in with you shortly. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the basement. Got a weird reflection going on right there, so just ignore it. Okay, so I had some time and I finished the first chapters in both of these books and thought I'd give you kind of my final thoughts. So I read the first part of Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. I love this duo. Oh, I just love their books. And per usual, they start out 10 years ago. We have our main characters, Lily and Leo, and it kind of talks about the relationship they had at that time. And we learn that Lily is on a ranch that her father owns, that her mother has kind of walked away from. And it sounds more of like a touristy type of a ranch in Wyoming. And she's kind of doing her part to keep it afloat. And Leo has decided to go and live there with her. And so you get this sense of like he is completely committed to her. In true Christina Lauren fashion, I'm sure something is going to happen. And we fast forward to 10 years in the future. And Leo ends up showing up at this ranch again that Lily is managing. And again, she is taking tourist groups into a... what did it say? She had it in here. The Canyonlands National Park to search for this treasure that her father has like spent his life trying to find. So she's using old maps that he had, taking groups in there. And one of the groups ends up being, Leo is part of that group. So she is, of course, determined to not let him back in her life. And so we don't know why or what has happened. And it goes from there. There is an author's note at the beginning that basically is like, we've done as much research on this Canyonlands National Park as we could, yet sometimes a story must come before accuracy. And so, despite all that we've learned about the geography of this area, we had to make up some stuff anyways. So basically it was like, don't use this fictional book as your guide into the wilderness, which I thought was funny and sad at the same time. But this is definitely something I'm going to keep on my radar to pick up because I just love Christina Lauren. And then I read the beginning of The Lioness by Chris Bojelian. I have another book by him too somewhere. So this one is a luxury African safari turns deadly for a Hollywood star and her entourage. And it's set in Tanzania in the 60s. And so the beginning of this, we have our guest list, which I love because that helps with characters. And this prologue is like, one of the characters is writing to us that's basically like, okay, I can't speak for the dead and I won't speak for the missing, and I can only tell you what I think happened. Others, the dead and the missing, would probably have their own versions. Blame, I can tell you firsthand, is every bit as subjective as truth. And it kind of ends with, I thought this was a really unique way to set this up. But let's be clear, this story was never about Western privileged tourism or local Maasai or Tanzanians. It was never about rich or poor, Americans or Africans. We were all just people, and most of us had no idea what was happening. We had no idea what to do. We made the best decisions we could, but think of who we were and where we were. The mantra for most of us is to just stay alive. See if somehow we might see the sunrise one more time. So we have multiple perspectives. Something bad goes down in this safari. Not everybody comes out of it alive. I am here for this. I'm here for this. I need to get this in my life. So when I'm looking at my pile of books to try before you buy, I basically want them all. The one that I might I think I'll go back to the library and find the first one in this series, just to give it a whirl. It does seem like cozy Dear Mrs. Bird vibes, but the whole piece on the pigeons. I actually was talking to my mom about this, and she's like, she would really be, oh, I should get this for her for Christmas. That is genius. Thank you for that suggestion, Lindsay. Oh, you're welcome. So I think I might get a few of these books for her for Christmas just because of the pigeon aspect. But like, super interested in Booth, and I think it's written, again, uniquely. Very interested in this based on Krista's suggestion. Yeah. Need this in my life, and of course, this needs to join my collection. So, I mean, out of 5 books, I want 4 of them. We'll see when it actually happens. Actually, I have Barnes & Noble gift cards, but Christmas book exchange is coming, so I'm going to have to wait until after that. And we'll see what happens. But those were the books I picked up to kind of try before I buy. We'll see if I get to any of them. I'd have to rework my Historathon TBR, which starts today. November 1st. And it's a super interesting way to build a TBR, or to kind of choose your next book along the way. You pick your next book based upon something that happened in your previous book. So I'd have to relook at that, but I'm sure I could probably fit this one in there somewhere. This premise sounds so interesting. And I know it's 1960s. Technically, is it historical fiction or not? I don't know. You guys tell me. But I don't know. I'm excited for all of them, which no one is surprised. So thanks for sticking around with this crazy long vlog. I just excited that I have you guys here. And yeah, comment below if any of these you've picked up and read, or if you read Witches of Moonshine Manor. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Otherwise, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will see you next time. Bye.